Right, welcome back guys. Today we're going to be going through some fixes I need to do to this before we start customising it.
So just explain what happened, Daz. I mean,
got out of the box one day and we went to shoot and I noticed the pressure dropped. So we put soapy water stuff and we just put it round the seals and I've got a slight bubble out of the seal right here.
that was leaking. Point out where that was leaking, Daz.
Just in between where the silver and the black bits meet.
Right. And is that a common thing?
Yeah,
You'd only just got it as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I only just got it. I only ran it, probably filled it up 2 or 3 times, and noticed a slight leak. But I looked into it. That is a common problem. It even says in the manual about changing the O-rings after a certain amount of time in this part specifically. So we're gonna get to it.
So just tell. I mean, let's confess and tell the viewers what we actually done.
Right. If you notice, there's something missing out at the end there. We went to change the O-rings. I went to change that one and I tightened it down too hard and the gauge snapped in half. So we are doing a gauge delete in this video. I literally cannot get hold of anything, and these ones take a slightly different thread to all the other like brass screwing ones you see in the end. So this is the one model with a different one. So I found a bolt to put in and we're going to delete it, and we'll just run the pressure off the actual tank, which is a much better gauge anyway, and that might actually give me a point to click in a 3D printed accessory in the end.
So that bolt you got there, Daz, just
Yep.
put that in your palm, mate. I'll zoom in on. So this is, because I ordered this off eBay.
Yeah.
That's a M8 by 1
1.
mil thread, which is a finer thread. That was £2.52, and that was the shortest one they had, and that was twice as long as we needed.
Yeah.
So we had to cut it in half with a diamond blade on a Dremel type tool. So the plan is to wedge that in, not wedge it in, screw it in,
Yep.
put some PTFE on, like belt and braces.
O-ring and put it in, and then that'll never come out again.
Yeah, nice.
So we're going to get down to taking this apart. So the easiest way to take the cylinder off, because I've seen videos where people just go, oh, it's easy as that. We had to take the barrel off, and I aren't going to lie to you, we have been, we made sure we could get everything off first. So all I'd done was put these pliers in the 2 holes there, the other way, and then that's now screwed off from the barrel. On the inside here, you'll actually see the baffles for the shroud. So it is. I was expecting a lot smaller holes, to be honest, but I'm going to need a different barrel adapter for the silencer I want to use, so this piece is redundant for how I'm going to be customising the gun going forward. But I just wanted to show you that, and then all you have to do is just unscrew your barrel.
And was that easy to unscrew?
Yeah, this is exactly how it come out the first point.
Unlike the air tank.
Yeah, the air tank we had to warm up in front of the heater, and I held this bit, and Nate had 2 hands, so it was a 2-hand job on the cylinder, and we finally cracked it. So that's why it now comes off so easily. So that is your tank.
Show us the end of that again, Daz, with a screw thread, so I can just have a look. Yeah. And where's the seal that need replacing, Daz?
The seal, I think, is actually inside this part.
Right, so I think
so we're going to need some Allen, and we'll get to taking that part.
Okay. So,
but
I think you should seal that end up first, because that's what's been holding us up on this job for ages.
This is the part that's held us up for a good 2 months. So yeah. So, let's take the little bits that are hanging off, and then
well, so a bit of PTFE on there.
yeah,
Don't know if you need it or not, but like
well,
belt and braces.
Yeah, and that can come out again. So
so this gun came with a whole set of new seals.
yeah,
I suspect they're cheap seals. You're probably better off buying a sort of decent set, yeah.
right. So I've got the replacement O-ring, because you get a full set of O-rings in your box with a gun. So I'm going to take some of this silicone grease and just place it in there. Just give it a dab, and then that's all the grease you need. Yep, that's in. Right, so you get a 13mm socket. Oh no. So, yeah, that's nice and snug.
That's the bolt in the end. Okay.
Right, so the next step, we need to take these 4 bolts out.
So all your screws are out.
Screws are out, and then you just give it a little wiggle. And
Let's have a look, and that's for the
two
O-rings.
O-rings.
Hang on, let me just. Yeah, well, and you're replacing them too, yeah? And is
Yeah.
that it on this end of the gun to replace?
To be honest, I thought there was a big O-ring in there, in the centre.
You'd have thought, wouldn't you? So it must just be them two that leaked
Yeah.
in or got nipped when that was put together or something, maybe.
Right, so we're just gonna try and gently pluck these O-rings out. There's one, and there's the other one. So I found the O-rings we need in the supplied kit. I'm just gonna grease them up. Just do the first one. Okay, that one. So us seals have been redone. So now try not to pinch the O-rings as I put them in, and there, so it's popped. Yep, everything looks lined up. The boring part of putting these back in again. Right, so we're all now tightened back down, so I'm now going to put the tank back in. And now alright, it's now time to test our handiwork.
It's a case of whether that blank there is going to work, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I think that's the only doubt, isn't it, really?
Always make sure your valve is closed. Put about 100 bar in the tank. The leaks were like micro bubbles to start off with.
Well, the relief is that that blank and bolt has done its job there.
Yeah, and we've got no leaks out of here, and that looks so much cleaner and a hell of a lot less dangerous.
In my opinion, Daz, on these gauges, I think they're a liability on any gun,
Yeah.
even these expensive PCP rifles.
They've got a poor reputation for not even reading right most of the time. So
I got an old gun that hasn't, as a PCP, hasn't even got hasn't got a gauge on it. I know when my rifle's getting low. I don't need a gauge to tell me.
you can hear it.
Yeah.
Once you shut up.
Well, you know by how far you're missing
Yeah.
as well. And at the end of the day, so do you need a gauge to tell you that? Something you already know.
No.
And like you say, the gauge on the tank's more accurate. So yeah, wow. So you're going to put it all back together now and give it a proper pump?
I'm going to give it a test fire, put it back together, give it a test fire, and give it a full fill. Right, well, the reassembly is just reverse of disassembly. So you put the shorter end screw back in there, and then slide that over top, and you can hand tighten it down. Now you've got it, so got it off, and then you're basically good to go. So we'll be back when that's all put back together, and we'll give it a little test fire.
Okay, we're now going to do a 5-shot crony test. We'll get an average foot-pound and feet per second. Take it away, Daz. What is the weight of the pellet again?
It's 15.9.
15.9 gram pellets. Steel tray. Oh, see if you can shoot that now there. Hang on, the camera's not on it, hang on. Let me zoom in on it. Where is it? Let me zoom in on it. Go on, Daz, shoot the net. You got it! Wow, there's even a stone there. Wow, look at that,
Sharpshooter.
guys. Yeah.
No sights.
No sights, no sights.
No sights.
Shot on that from, alright, not very far, but...
Jedi, mate, Jedi.
Oh, we're distracted from the pellet test here.
I need another pellet.
Okay, right, let me get back on there. That was, sorry guys, that was too good to resist, and that appeared. And we thought, well, you know, let's do a bit of hunting.
Anyone who says this isn't good for pest control.
Yeah, we've proven it live on cam. Wow,
Nice.
it's gone up a bit.
Nice 5 points for the last shot. So what's the average?
5 shots, average foot-pound 5.04. Velocity, average 378 feet per second. Minimum 371. Maximum 394. There you go, Daz.
Nice.
Deviation to 22. So, a successful fix, I'd say.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the crony tests. Right, and Daz. So we're just going to shoot some tins now, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
See what sort of
have
noise
a bit
that
of
makes.
clinking fun.
Oh. No sights.
No sights.
So we're not miles away, but...
Yeah. Slightly to the left.
Get a bit closer. Yeah, I think you got that one, mate. Yeah.
Nice. Well guys, thanks for watching. As you can see, that's all basically as good as new again. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we've actually got something for you to really comment on. What do you want to see next? A review and test of this, or a review and test of this? You got the Colt Python from Numerex, and you got the HW40 PCA from Waro, and whoever gets the most votes will do next.